And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. We've seen a dramatic decline in the number of COVID-19 vaccines lately, but the CDC is urging people to get up to date on their vaccinations before heading out for their holiday travel this weekend. Dr. Danish Ali joins us now with the important update.
We've seen a significant reduction in the number of folks getting booster vaccines for COVID. There's also been a reduction in the flu vaccines as well. And so this is why the CDC is now urging, this is the weekend to really get your vaccines, get up to date on your vaccines, specifically for COVID and the flu, because, you know, when you are traveling, you're going to be around family members. You're going to predispose them to this virus and even the flu. And that's the last thing we want to do, right? Have any sort of problems and sickness while we're spending time with our family members.
And of course, we know about COVID, we know about the flu and RSV. For those who are not familiar with that, which can be a serious problem, recently had a friend whose relative got that and was hospitalized, and it was touch and go for a moment.
That's correct, Isaiah. We've seen a number of cases rise in the RSV. We generally see it in the children population. However, recently we've seen an uptick in the adult seniors as well, specifically. And so, yes, you want to go online or even go to your local pharmacy and see which vaccine you are eligible for and try to get that vaccine done sooner than later. We know that these vaccines take time to build in their system, and therefore time is of the essence right now, especially if you plan on traveling and being close to your elderly family members.
And Dr. Ali, I was negligent in not explaining, and I'd like to get you to do that. What is RSV for those who are not familiar with that? We just hear those initials and we know it's serious, but we don't know exactly what it is.
Right. It's a respiratory virus that we're seeing mainly we see it in kids, especially in folks that are in daycare or even the newborns. And right now we've seen that uptake. And what it does is it presents with very similar symptoms like the flu does or even COVID. That's why it's so difficult to diagnose it correctly and get treatment for it as well. So oftentimes, we do recommend everybody who has these sorts of symptoms to get tested because the treatment of choice is often different as well. And if you don't, the side effects of that or the complications of that are different. So, you know, if you're having any respiratory symptoms such as, you know, significant coughing, productive cough, that you're having mucus, you're having fever, chills, night sweats, any of those symptoms that you may see even with COVID or with the flu, muscle weakness or muscle pains that we see, fatigueness, those are all kind of jumped into these like respiratory-like symptoms. And it's, you know, for a blind eye or for, you know, you and I, it's difficult to just assess that whether if we're not going to get tested and know exactly which virus or what we're dealing with.
And of course, we're always realists here on The Factor. For those who are concerned about the costs associated with these vaccinations, vaccines that are out there, are some of them covered still by the government? Are some of them covered by your insurance? Are they affordable for people who may have to do this quickly this weekend and then head out of town?
A lot of these are very affordable, Isaiah. They are actually all of these are covered by the insurance as well. If you don't have insurance, there's a nominal fee. You can even Google and call around the local pharmacies. A lot of these they're offering incentives. They're offering some sort of a discounted rate for folks that may not have insurance, but it is a very nominal rate and it's something that's affordable. Now we have all these testing that we can do. There's at-home testing we can do for some of these things as well. There's no reason why we should neglect these symptoms that we're having. It's appropriate to get tested to determine what it may be. Therefore, you're not spreading something to your family members, and they may have worse complications that you may, you know, just having a very mild symptom.
Dr. Danish Ali, Archpoint Pain Institute, thank you for joining us. And if you're traveling, sir, be safe and be careful out there.